Hey Chai, so today's instructional video is about our new thing called an investment summary. So what you've been doing so far, you've been doing the PDF, which is right here, the analysis, which is great, and the comps, which are perfect as well. So now what the goal of the next step of our interaction is bringing it up to the investment summary, which is right here. Now the investment summary, I'm going to open it up on the window, is basically a compilation of 4 different pages that come from what you've created, plus the investment summary, which I put together myself for you to show you what we're looking to do. So this is going to be a pre-formatted one-page letter, which includes some information about the property, and also some information about the similar listings, the map, and the pro forma itself. So here's the first page. This is obviously our logo, investment summary, and then the property address of the subject property. When it was listed, which obviously was 3 years ago, and the preliminary pro forma, which is what we designed together before. And I think the only thing that we're missing out of this pro forma is the cost to purchase. I had one client make a request that we included cost to purchase. I'm going to use that as well. I'm going to add that into the Excel sheet that I sent you, in addition to a commission base and some other explanatory information to include in the preliminary pro forma sheet. But this is really the format we're going to look for. And notes to mention is this here. And what notes to mention are anything that you see about the similar properties that's worth noting to the clients. So the first thing I did here was the longest time a similar property was listed prior to going to contract was 36 days, with the shortest being 8 days. And I got this information from Montello Comps, which is the one that you sent over, which is basically just the properties that have sold in the area. So this is the subject property, and then the next 5 are all the similar homes. So all row homes, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, sold for $355. Fully renovated, 8 days on the market. And then we go to the next page. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, sold for $385, and sold in 7 days. The next home we have is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath on Trinidad. It's under contract, and it went under contract in 21 days, fully renovated. The next one we have is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath here, and that is under contract from $390,000, and that went under contract in 10 days for renovation. And the last of them is 1270 Owen Place. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath that we're asking $400,000, and that went under contract in 36 days. So I just took information like this, just similar properties so that our clients know what they're working with, and I added them into our, let me pull up our page, which is here, which just says the longest time, so people have expectations. It's really important that we include one line about this. And so obviously that there are always going to be outliers, but what's important is that we convey to our clients how long it will take them to sell their fully renovated home. So the longest time it took a property was 36 days, and the shortest was 7. I put 8, it should say 7, but it's the same thing either way. The next note to mention is that all comparable homes have at least 2.5 baths. So if you go back and see, when our clients go into these properties, they want to know that all the homes that we're comparing our home to have at least 2.5 baths. Additionally, in Washington, D.C., which is unique, all homes have off-street parking. Now, when you're looking in PG County, or Prince George's County, or Montgomery County, or as we expand our search other counties, we want to look for garages instead of off-street parking. So only in Washington, D.C. is it important to have off-street parking. When we look in any other county, you really don't have a problem parking because everybody has a driveway. So off-street parking is vital in D.C., and if you look at other homes, make a note here for how many, whether or not homes have garages. If they don't, then don't worry about it. If the similar homes all have garages and yours doesn't, make sure you make a note of it. But we want to compare apples to apples, so we want homes to compare as similarly to each other as we can. Now, this last note here, I put 1712 Montello is the farthest north of the comparable homes. And the only reason I did that was if you take a look at the map, which is right here, this actually goes up, and I'll show you how to print these in a second. but this one up here is the Montello property, and here are all the comparable homes, and I'll show you how to map it too, but at least then the clients have an idea of how far that property is from the comparable homes that we use in our comps, which I can show you how to do as well. And then the last page of this is just blank, it just printed improperly. So that's really it. It's this is a 9-page synopsis. So the first page is that summary sheet, the second page is the subject property, and then however many comps you can find would be the next set of properties, with the last one being the map of the property we're talking about against the comparable homes. So I'm going to close this now, and we'll walk you through how to get through creating this package. Now the first thing that we did is we downloaded a program called Primo PDF, which is free. PrimoPDF.com. So what Primo PDF is it allows you to create PDF documents by printing the documents into the PDF printer. So all you want to do is download free, which is right here, and it's a very, very simple program. Just to sort of give you, I'll print off this page. So if I print the page that we're on now, because I'm in Chrome it comes to this awkward thing, but the destination printer you have, let's just do advanced, just so we're on the same page. So if you were to click print, it should come up with this window. Click Primo PDF and then apply, or just Primo PDF and then print, and it will come up with a little Primo PDF window. So let's see, this is the window it will come up with. So it's always going to save as a PDF, and what we want to do after the PDF is created is have the PDF open so we can see it. So I'm going to click Create PDF, and it's going to ask me where I want to download that PDF document. So let's put it into a Documents folder. Now what I did with yours was I created a folder called Chai's Examples, and in here we have the Montello investment, which we're not using anymore. But let me go into let's go into your folder. Let's see. And I'm going to call this one 123 Main Street Northwest, and then click Save. So now the PDF's been created, and now we'll open the PDF itself, and so here it is. It's the printed PDF of that page. Now what we want to do now that it's open is now we have the first page of our document. So if we go back to the investment analysis we looked at before, the first page of that document, let me pull it up now. The first page of that document is the Word document that I created for you. This would be the first page, and you would print that off into the PDF. Now the question is once we do this, we have another few that we have to print behind that document. So let me find the Primo PDF. Let's go to another page on the website. So let's go to this page here, Network Solutions. So from this page we can print this off. I'm going to click Primo PDF again, then print. And so that same little pop-up window will come up. I'm going to click PDF again. And here's our 123 Main Street. So what we do is we click this one file again, so it labels it the same way, and click Save. Now the next little pop-up says Append, Overwrite, or Cancel. And what append means, it means we're going to edit that 123 Main Street file, and we're going to add the current page that we're printing in behind that document as a second page included with it, or a third page, for all intents and purposes. Overwrite means that we are deleting the original file and we're overwriting it with what we currently have. So I'm going to click Append, and now it's created that document. And so now 123 Main Street will open up again. And here's our first page, which is what we printed before, and our second page from the same thing. And now here's the third, well, excuse me, so the first page was the original one, and then pages 2, 3, and 4 are the second set, and we can keep doing that until we have as many documents as we need to create each file for the properties. So we're going to go back to Matrix here. And so just in looking at the property, your property, the one you pulled up this weekend, let's go to your listing. So Chai's Examples, Montello Investment. So we had the investment summary, we've got the comps, and we have the map. Now just to walk you through the map right now, we're going to go back to residential. Washington, D.C. active, contract, 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 and sold. Fee simple in the last 90 days. And so this is all going to be in Trinidad. Now the only thing you may consider doing in some other neighborhoods, if you ever get it and you see it, is we always want detached homes to detached homes and attached homes to attached homes when we compare them. So I just searched for everything in Trinidad. I really eliminated a big step here just to make it easy to go through it, but here's 1712 Montello, which is the property we were looking at. And so I saved that by clicking it, and becomes blue. And then here's the second page, and on the second page this is where we have the comps. So we're going to go through the comps. Now we used Owen Place, so this is the one we're going to check this off. We used, this one's detached, so we don't want to use it. Oran's a good comparable home under contract. We use that as well. Here's Trinidad Avenue. And I'm going fast here just because I already know that we pulled these properties from somewhere else, but I'm going through these quickly just to show you how we pulled the comps. That's not a good one. It's a completely different type of home. And here is our last one. So I take these and I click report like you usually would, and consumer synopsis. So we just generated the 2nd through 6th pages of that report that we did before. And now it's creating it. So from here we can save this into Tries Examples, and then the property folder. And this would be 1712 Montello property with comps. Now this, the only reason I'm labeling it this is just so we have a record of it. Now you go back to here again, and we're going to go back a page, and I'm going to click map. And so all map's going to do is it's going to take the properties that we selected from before, and it's going to create a map out of it. Whoops, you do not want to scroll in there. So from here we want to click print down at the bottom, and now it's generating a PDF for us. And print up here at the top left corner, which goes to the print button. So Primo PDF, print. And now it's going to print it into a PDF for us. So create PDF, Morse Investment. Sorry, I did something wrong there. Let's try again. Let's call it 1712 Montello with map of comps. There's our second file. What's going to be interesting for us is going through what we have. Oh, and here's your map that we just created, because it was created. So now we would take these files and we just put them in order into Primo PDF and just make sure we have an itemized number or a file name that would allow us to save them behind each other by appending them, not overwriting. Never ever overwrite unless you want to delete the file, and you have to start over again. Now, I think what we really need to work together is just getting you comfortable with the investment summary page. This obviously is all easy. Listed on is the date that it was listed on. You've already been doing the pro formas. I just copied and pasted those cells from Excel and put them in here. And the notes to mention, I think, is where we really want to work together. Now, the one thing we have to have at the bottom of every single file is right down here. It says, to immediately have an offer drafted, please complete the following. And as a part of our PDF, once this is created, people will actually be able to click inside of our PDF file with that link in it to take them to a property page where they can actually submit an offer on the property, which is where I want to train you again in about a week. So here we are on the investment summary page. Here's your link that we were talking about before. I click the link, which takes us to this properties page on our website. So the property address is already filled out. Representation status, we already know who it is. If they visited this property, yes or no. And then their name, phone, email, investment or primary, and then what they'd like to offer for it. And once this is filled out, it will actually come back to us. So what I'm going to do in here, I'm just going to say, I would like to have a home trust realtor represent me. My name is Chai Oteza. Hope I'm spelling that right before you kill me. It is. Phone number is 202. I'm going to put down my cell, 258-3585. And my email is chai.oteza@gmail.com. It's obviously an investment. The offer price, they're going to write down the offer price here. Let's say it's $79,000, which is full price. Deposit amount is $10,000. Seller subsidy is usually 0. Settlement company is any company they want, which is, let's say, Milestone Title. And the settlement date is August 20th, let's say 30th, 2011. No, I'll pay cash, depending on how they do it. Amount financed with a 10-day home inspection contingency. And I click submit. Yep. Amount financed. 0 financed. So now look, so if you look right here, thank you for a request. And now this little link right here, this came to us in an email. And so what I'll do is I'll pull up my email now just so you can see it. So we got this right here. So this is exactly what came in. So this is an email from whoever submitted the listing. So 7212 Montello Avenue, Northeast Washington, D.C. They want us to write the offer for them. They've seen this property. The owner's name, the buyer's number, the buyer's email address, the type of property, and then other information applicable to the purchase. So we use this information to draft the offer for them, or I can give them a call to fill them in. But this should be enough information to draft a preliminary offer for the buyer, so that you understand what they want out of the purchase. From here we would go to submitting offers, which I'll create in another video, but that's really where I want to go. Now the one last piece that you're probably asking yourself is, how do I find the link for the submit offer button? And so what I want you to do is take the property address, let's say it's 1712 Montello Avenue Northeast, and we're going to Google it. So we're going to Google that property address, and you want to find our webpage. You want to find hometryst.com. So we should usually be on the first page. If for any reason we're not, just type in the property address with hometryst.com, and we'll come up first or second. I mean, here's another property. Make sure it's the same address. So here's this property's address right here, 1712 Montello Avenue Northeast. And on the right side it says make offer. So here's that link, same link that we had before, and we want to copy this and paste it into that page, so that this page is already filled out for our clients as soon as they come to make their offer. Alright, that's it for now. Take a look at this video, let me know what you think, and hopefully by the end of this week we'll get you training on writing offers as well. Thanks.